We're visiting with Kyle Campbell. Mrs. Campbell is a volunteer and co-chair person of the Capital Campaign
For family time.
for Family Time. And then her husband, Dr. Charles Campbell, who's a local chiropractor in Kingwood. Charlie's co-chair of the the campaign also.
The Fund a Need.
Fund the Need campaign, yes. Well, thank you both for coming. I guess I ought to go ahead and introduce, we have some people in the background here. Janie Bremen is, she's actually running a camera back here and to put this recording on their website and I think Facebook and maybe some other things later on. Janie is also with the Purple Ribbon Luncheon committee, and she's in charge of public relations. And then we have Susan Meinholz, who's the co-chair of the Capital Campaign for the new shelter. Ladies, welcome y'all. We did not let them have a microphone, so they're gonna sit back there and just grade us as we do this. Mr. and Ms. Campbell, thank you so much for being here. They're here again to talk about the Purple Ribbon Luncheon and what Family Time does for the community. So let's start out with each of you. What do y'all, a little bit about yourselves first.
Well, I've been in Kingwood for 42 years and been a chiropractor here for, this will be 26, this month will be the 26th year.
26 years.
And Kyle has been here almost that much, 32 years.
32 years, wow. So
And
y'all both been in Kingwood for quite a while.
We have.
Good. They grew the woods up around you, it looks like. So, y'all are both involved in Family Time. Dr. Campbell is in supporting his wife, Kyle, to help her get through all of these fundraisers and all these events that they have, which is very, very nice of you, by the way. So Kyle, tell me a little bit about Family Time.
Family Time is a nonprofit organization in the Humble area. They have been in existence since 1977, servicing Harris, Liberty, and Montgomery counties, sheltering, counseling, and educating victims on domestic violence, sexual violence, and human trafficking.
Wow.
Yeah, and we have opened a shelter back in 1996 that offers victims of domestic violence and their children safe harbor.
Good.
And so we are actually outgrowing that particular facility, and so one of our goals is to build a new shelter here in the Humble area as well.
So that's part of your capital campaign?
That's part of
too?
the capital campaign,
Gotcha.
yes.
Gotcha.
Mhm.
And how long has that campaign been going on, and how long do you expect it to be on?
We started it about a year ago,
Mhm.
and our goal is to raise $5 million. So far, we have raised about $500,000 and
Okay.
have enough money to purchase some land in the Humble area, which we just did in April. We
Oh,
purchased
excellent.
3.5 acres.
Wow,
Yeah.
okay.
So we are hoping to raise the 5 million funds in the next 2 to 3 years.
Very good, very good. And I'm sure you'll make that because
I hope
it's
so.
a good endeavor, yeah. So, we're gonna talk in a little bit about the Purple Ribbon Luncheon,
Mhm.
which is a fundraiser for you guys.
Mhm.
But right now, let's kind of focus on family violence. So
Mhm.
let's talk about a little bit about some facts about family violence.
Mhm.
So,
A woman is beaten every 15 seconds, and nearly 1 in 4 instances of domestic violence is witnessed by a child. 60 to 80% of men who abuse women who grew up in an abusive home. And then children exposed to family violence often become batterers and victims themselves, and then they continue that cycle of violence.
Yeah. Yeah.
So the cycle has to be broken with professional help and community support, and that's where Family Time comes in. So we provide counseling services, we help victims go down to the hospital, the police station, court systems, and we try and get their lives put back together again with all of the help that we have available
Yes,
to us.
it is very important that they do things in a certain order for it to work out in their favor, as they'd say.
Mhm.
I've actually been on a jury case where a lady was battered by her husband, and but unfortunately, she did not follow the right. She waited 2-3 days before she called or went to the doctor, and there's some other things that happened that he ended up being found innocent. So it's important that those things are taken care of correctly. So.
Yes.
And you're right about the cycle of violence. As with most things, I guess, that's all people know.
Right, and
So
you know,
you-
you start to break that, and then you'll start to see some more positive things coming out of it.
Gotcha. Now, I think you'd said something earlier about when family time started, but maybe not. Oh, 77, right?
77.
77,
So we've been
And-
around a long time.
absolutely. So when we're talking about the people that you serve, what area does that include?
Well, we serve all over. I had mentioned earlier that we serve Harris County, Liberty County, Montgomery County. And so people from all over can come to our facilities.
Okay, so they don't have to worry about if they live in Harris or Montgomery or come to Harris or whatever.
Right, exactly.
So
Yes.
looked at as an actual human being. Right?
Yes,
That's pretty
absolutely.
nice, pretty nice. So, Kyle, what's been your involvement with family time?
Well, I actually joined the board back in 2013 and served on it for about 3 years. And now what I do is I serve on numerous committees for the luncheons and the gala. And I also co-chair the new shelter task force, which is our big project right now, trying to get a new shelter involved in the area.
Sure.
Mhm.
Okay, and Charlie, you're her moral support. And I think even
hopefully
more
so.
than that, from what I can tell, you actually help out. So it's very commendable. So we have the capital campaign for the new house, or the new shelter.
Mhm.
And then we also have coming up the Purple Luncheon Ribbon.
The Purple Ribbon Luncheon.
Purple Ribbon Luncheon,
Yes,
that's
it's
correct.
it's a lot to say.
It really is.
Mhm.
We had you guys or gals over on last year.
Mhm.
Janie, I believe, was one of the people that were here. And we talked about the luncheon, and the luncheon is a big fundraiser for you guys.
It is, it is.
So let's talk a little bit about the Purple Ribbon Luncheon.
The Purple Ribbon Luncheon is held each year in October, and that is in recognition of Domestic Violence Awareness Month. So we tie that in with this special once a year recognition. This will be our 8th year of having this luncheon, and we have featured speakers that deliver powerful messages on the implications of domestic violence. Actually, some of these speakers are victims themselves, so when you hear their stories, it's pretty impactful and very powerful.
Sure,
It really reaches a lot of people.
sure.
The luncheon is held October 11th at the Kingwood Country Club. Doors open at 10:30 and usually goes to about 1. And guests can support the Family Time Luncheon actually by purchasing raffle tickets when they're there for their silent auction, as well as donating to Fund a Need. They can access the website for tickets by going to familytimeccc.org or calling 281-446-2615.
Okay, and that's gonna be on October 11th,
Mhm.
and it starts around 10:30 in the morning
They open the doors at 10:30 for the silent auction.
for a silent auction. And where's it gonna be at again?
Kingwood Country Club.
Kingwood Country Club, absolutely. It's a great place, great
It
venue.
is,
Now
it
they've-
is. Now they reopened it.
Yeah, it's really, really wonderful. So
Mhm.
maybe we need a flood every 40 years.
Yeah. Oh,
No,
don't
I'm
say
kidding,
that.
I'm kidding. So, so people can purchase, they can purchase individual tickets, or they can purchase table
They
tickets?
can actually purchase tables and individual tickets.
Okay. So if you just wanna sit with the kind of general with people that you you'd like to learn to meet and
Yes.
visit with, you can do that, or you can purchase a table and have your entourage.
The entourage,
your
exactly,
yeah,
yes.
your friends come along.
Yes.
Okay, so, and who's the speaker this year, or speakers?
It's usually a surprise.
Oh, okay.
Yes, it's not announced
Very
ahead of
good.
time, so, yeah, it's a surprise, and it's always very, very
Always good,
impactful.
yeah. Good, good, good. Now, October is Domestic Violence
Mhm.
Month,
Domestic
And it's-
Violence Awareness Month.
and that's where the purple comes in, the purple ribbon.
Exactly.
It's the purple ribbon, just like a yellow ribbon or pink
Right.
ribbon or whatever, it signifies
Mhm.
domestic violence.
Domestic violence.
That's
mhm.
very good. So, I have a question here. What is the fund in need?
The fund in need.
Does anybody know?
The Fund of Need endeavor takes place at this Purple Ribbon Luncheon.
Mhm.
And it is, what we've done in the past is identify certain needs that the shelter or the clients that need.
Oh,
And a
okay.
way that people can contribute and meet a specific need.
Right,
And I
instead of
think
the
it's-
general,
Yeah, it's just, I think it's a much more rewarding way for people to contribute
Sure.
to any fund. I mean, I served as president of American Heart Association for Northeast Harris County years ago. And as you know, you probably know, American Heart Association's a national, huge
Sure,
machine. And the way that and other charities like that operate is decisions of the activities, are come down to the levels, to the local levels, and if you wanna participate in the American Heart Walk, then you do so.
sure,
But this endeavor is homegrown,
right,
and that's why I think it's so endearing. There's such a need here. The shelter themselves does a wonderful job, but it only has 35 beds. And
Wow.
that's all they can serve at one time. And this year alone, they have had to say no to over 1,000 people.
oh my goodness,
And I just can't imagine, one being in such a state of desperation of a mom about her safety or her children's safety.
Sure.
Having to call, somebody hands them a phone number, said, call this place. You don't even know where it is, what it looks like, but they think it's gotta be better than where I am.
right,
And then they're told no. That is just
Right.
gotta
and
be
nowhere to turn.
nowhere to turn.
Just, that's,
So this,
That's heartbreaking.
the Fund of Need, for this year is gonna be focused on helping the capital campaign to build a new facility so we can say no less times. We can say yes
Absolutely.
more often.
more often,
And the people that are on the local level have funded this in the past, and that's what we're looking to, as opposed to, this is not a national organization where
Right.
your contribution, you may or may not know where it goes. Well,
this all goes here.
this all goes here.
It's interesting, and in 2017, if I'm remembering right, it seems though you weren't able to have the Purple Ribbon Luncheon, or maybe you had it, but it wasn't very successful because of
Harvey.
the catastrophe that
Right,
happened, right?
right.
Well, it's in October, and,
Yeah.
we
Right.
had that right at,
It just happened, and,
Yeah.
and so,
we were all still wet.
right, absolutely, absolutely. So, but last year was good.
Last year was
18
good.
people responded positively, and which is incredible.
Mhm, mhm.
And this year should be even better.
Absolutely.
Absolutely,
Yes.
yeah, I would think so,
Mhm.
yeah. That's great. So, the luncheon again, it's October the 11th. It's at the Kingwood Country Club. You can go to the website to get your tickets, and that would be at www.familytimecccc, as in charlie.org. familytimecccc.org, or you can call 281-446-2615. That's 281-446-2615. Did we cover everything,
So,
we think?
I think.
Close?
I think so.
Sounds good.
All right.
Did we miss anything?
Well, Kyle Campbell and Dr. Charles Campbell, thank you both for coming out. Thank you for what you do for the community and what you do for family time. It's
Thank you.
real
Thank
good
you.
people. Thanks again. And thank the ladies in the back for what you've done, what you're doing. And we appreciate that. And thanks for coming to Radio KAIR. And we'll get this on the air for y'all and we'll play it at lunch.
Great.
Okay,
Thank you.
thank you.